Welcome to HN What's Your Say, where we examine the facts behind high-profile legal cases and explore the justice system's intricacies. Again today we're delving into one of the most talked about criminal trials in recent memory. And that is the indictment of R. Kelly. Before we begin though, let's make one thing clear. This channel is about ensuring that every individual, no matter their public image, receives a fair trial under the law, a principle that we presume lies at the heart of our legal system. The Constitution guarantees the right to due process, the presumption of innocence until proven guilty, and in the end a fair trial for everyone tried within the United States of America. Yet sadly, in many high-profile cases, public opinion can sometimes overshadow these principles of law. Was this the case with the R&B king? Let's examine the facts. The charges against R. Kelly in fact span decades of media harassment and abuse of his basic human rights, with the usual impunity our government tends to demonstrate each time a high-profile defendant is involved. These involved allegations of abuse, misconduct and exploitation, allegations whose proof until today has remained lacking, rendering the charges issued inappropriate for his case. While these allegations could have appeared serious and deserving thorough investigation, the legal process must always be scrutinized to ensure that justice is served properly for both the accuser and the accused, which is exactly what we are doing. In any criminal case, it's critical to distinguish between evidence and hearsay. Hearsay is in fact not acceptable in a criminal court hearing for its inaccuracy, yet a lot is usually at stake. Criminal case penalties sometimes involve long stays in maximum prisons, completely taking away someone's life, something that should not be caused by a wrongful conviction simply based on he said she said reports with no backing evidence. And this brings us to a key point, and that is how much of the evidence presented against R. Kelly was corroborated, or how much relied on testimonial inconsistencies. During R. Kelly's trial, prosecutors relied heavily on witness testimony, and witnesses therefore played a crucial role in having R. Kelly locked up. But again, human memory is always capable of automatically erasing or simply blurring away. Numerous studies show that memory can be influenced by time, external pressures, or even media coverage, which was plenty throughout the said decades. In some instances, witnesses in fact reported conflicting accounts of events, raising questions about their reliability. And in other cases they did not simply involuntarily forget and change their statements, but also deliberately lied about several important facts. Did the court properly address these discrepancies? And were these contradicting accounts of the same alleged events scrutinized under the same rigorous standards required for evidence? Hell no. Instead, the judges were quick to pass judgment with all the prejudice that saw R. Kelly as a villain even before he could get his first hearing in court. Public perception is another critical factor in cases like this. For years R. Kelly's reputation has been under vehement attack in the media, with documentaries, various interviews of said accusers and social media campaigns painting a rather grim picture of him. While these platforms claimed to give voice to survivors, their reports, just like witness statements, were equally fallible and risked prejudicing the public and potentially influencing jury selection. In fact, we later saw almost all jurors selected turning out to be dedicated fans and followers of surviving R. Kelly docuseries. When high-profile figures are involved, whatever happens to the U.S. justice system is still hard to explain, but what we have observed is that the line between justice and public spectacle can quickly blur, and in turn compromising the integrity of the justice system. Another critical aspect is how the charges were structured. We saw multiple jurisdictions file charges, with some based on decades-old allegations. While statutes of limitations exist to protect against unfair prosecution, some of these charges extended far beyond what would typically be considered reasonable. And why does this matter so much? Because the further removed an allegation is from its occurrence, the harder it becomes to gather reliable evidence to either prove or defend against it. We must all agree that memories naturally do fade and important information gets lost over time. Witnesses may also become unavailable over time, and with this the risk of injustice increases. The Department of Justice, together with their government counterparts, should therefore have considered the statutes of limitations, important as they are, and not simply ignore them like they did when handling the case against R. Kelly. Ignoring such an important element of the U.S. law could actually indicate foul play against the R&B king. Now let's talk about the jury. Jury selection is an important cornerstone of a fair trial. Did the court ensure that jurors were free from pre-existing bias, especially given the extensive media coverage? Some argue that the nature of R. Kelly's trial made it nearly impossible to assemble an impartial jury, a concern that should have impacted any verdict. Now let's turn to the appeals process. Following his conviction, R. Kelly's legal team raised concerns about procedural errors and judicial decisions during the trial. Appellate courts exist to address potential mistakes in lower courts, ensuring that every defendant receives a fair trial. The appeals process highlights an essential aspect of our justice system. It's designed to protect not just accusers but also defendants from errors that could lead to wrongful convictions. The foundation of a just society is built on ensuring that the truth prevails through fair and transparent procedures. High-profile cases like R. Kelly's challenge our ability to remain objective. They in fact remind us that justice isn't about rushing to judgment but largely about diligently uncovering the truth, no matter how complex or uncomfortable it may be. In conclusion, the R. Kelly case raises essential questions about the balance between media influence, public opinion and the legal system. And regardless of the outcome, it serves as a reminder of why due process and fairness are supposed to be non-negotiable. At HN Newsroom, we believe that understanding the legal process is vital for a just society. If you found this analysis informative, therefore, don't forget to like, subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about the role of public opinion in high-profile cases and the statutes of limitations in relation to the case against R. Kelly? Let's discuss. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay informed, stay curious, and stay critical as we navigate the dynamics of this important case. Keep watching our breakdown of other high-profile cases here, and learn more about how the U.S. justice system actually works in practice. If you wish to take part in a live interview on this channel discussing any of these topics, let us know by emailing us on sashahnnewsroom@gmail.com for scheduling. That is all we had for you today on HN What's Your Say? To keep updated whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now. Also remember to hit the bell icon and enable notifications. And feel free to share your opinions with us in the comment section below, and let us know if you would like us to publish your views in our next release. We value all our subscribers' opinions.